I've always been fascinated by old photographs. There's something about the way they seem to capture a moment in time, freezing it forever, that I find absolutely captivating. I spend hours scouring antique shops and estate sales, searching for the perfect addition to my collection. It was on one of these trips that I stumbled upon an old trunk, tucked away in the corner of a dusty shop. The owner, an elderly man with a kind face, noticed my interest and approached me. "That old thing?" he said, nodding towards the trunk. "I've had it for years. It was left behind by a previous owner. I've never gotten around to going through it. I couldn't resist. I purchased the trunk and took it home, eager to see what secrets it held. As I opened the lid, a faint scent of lavender wafted out, transporting me to another era. The trunk was filled with old photographs, each one more beautiful than the last, but it was one photo in particular that caught my eye. It was an old black and white picture of a family, standing in front of a large tree. They were all smiling, except for one person, a stranger, standing off to the side, with a scowl on his face. I felt a shiver run down my spine as I gazed at the photo. Who was this person? And why were they in the picture? I turned the photo over, searching for any clues, but there were none. I decided to investigate further, scouring the internet for any information about the photo. It wasn't until I stumbled upon an old forum post that I found a lead. The post was from a woman who claimed to have found a similar photo in her attic. She described the same stranger, with the same scowl on his face. But it was her next sentence that made my blood run cold. "I've been having the strangest dreams since I found the photo," she wrote. "Dreams where the stranger is standing in my bedroom, watching me. I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched, even as I sat in my own home, surrounded by the familiar comforts of my family and friends. I began to feel a creeping sense of dread, as if the stranger in the photo was somehow seeping into my reality. I tried to push the thought aside, but it lingered, gnawing at the back of my mind. And then, I started to notice something strange. Every time I looked at the photo, the stranger seemed to be looking back at me. I know it sounds crazy, but I swear it's true. His eyes seemed to follow me, boring into my skin like cold, dead weights. I started to feel like I was losing my mind, like the stranger was somehow exerting some kind of malevolent influence over me. It was then that I received a package in the mail. Inside, I found another old photograph, this one of me, standing in front of the same tree as the family in the first photo. But I had no memory of the picture being taken. And when I looked closer, I saw the stranger, standing off to the side, with the same scowl on his face. I felt a chill run down my spine as I realized that I was now a part of the stranger's twisted world. I'm writing this now, in the dead of night, with the lights on and the doors locked. I don't know what's going on, or how to escape. All I know is that I'm trapped in some kind of living nightmare, with the stranger watching my every move. And when I look at the photo, I can feel his eyes on me, boring into my skin like ice picks. I'm not sure how much longer I can take this. The stranger is coming for me, and I don't know how to stop him.